Welcome to this video. This is the IC videos. The reason I'm calling it the IC videos is to protect the family. So I'm going to go by IC in these videos. I know I haven't put out a video in a few weeks, and I apologize because of that. Christmas and the holidays came up in the last 3 weeks, and life has been a little hectic. So how these videos are going to work, or how my videos are going to work, are I'm going to try and put out a big video with editing and music once a month, and then hopefully put out a one take like this every week. That's if life doesn't get in the way. So this is going to be a one take, and in the one takes they're going to be either short stories or life situations. So this one is actually going to be a short story. This actually takes place 3 weeks ago on Christmas Eve. My wife and I and our little one went up to my wife's parents' church and for Christmas Eve service, like a candlelight service. So we got there early so we could find a spot for me, get situated before the lights went out. My wife and I were married in this church, so I kind of know it sort of well, between the pews and the steps and stuff. But 5 minutes before the service, the Christmas lights going around the sanctuary went out. And so did all the rest of the lights in the sanctuary. The power in the front part of the sanctuary went out. So for a guy who has not very good night vision, this is like the worst thing that could happen at a candlelight service. So between, trying to read the hymns, follow along in the Bible verse, or just keep an eye out on my son running between us in the pew, was kind of a situation. So the part that I want to talk about that meant the most to me is during communion. I decided that I was going to stay there in that seat and wait for my wife to come around and just grab me, and not worry about it. But the cool thing was because I shared my first video and my in-laws saw it, my brother-in-law came up to me, grabbed my hand, and asked me if I needed his hand to get communion. I decided I would tell him that I'm going to wait for my wife, which he was cool about. And then after they came around, my other brother-in-law came up and grabbed me and asked me if I needed a hand circling up, because they surrounded the church when they lit the candles. It's a small church. And he grabbed me and led me to where my wife was standing with my baby. And so, and the other thing that was cool was my sister-in-law asked my wife if she needed a hand so she could go help me. It was just that them knowing that I was struggling without making a fool of myself was really cool. And so for my wife and I, these videos are already helping. And just that one experience is just really cool for me, because if they didn't know and they just saw me sitting there, they probably would have thought differently of me. But then because they did know, they showed love. And that's what I want to share with these videos. I want me to be able to share my story so people know how to love. They're short. This is their shorts. My one takes. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to visit you guys next time.